not ginseng. And not expensive dietary supplements either, sometimes a very familiar ingredient in the kitchen. The onion, when used correctly, can bring benefits to the entire body. Onions are a common bulb found in the daily meals of many families. Because they are so familiar, many people tend to underestimate their value. However, in the fields of nutrition and medicine, onions have long been regarded as one of the foods that can effectively support cardiovascular health, immunity, and blood circulation. There is even a saying, one onion is equivalent to 10 doses of medicine. This statement is not an exaggeration. The key issue lies in whether onions are eaten correctly or incorrectly. When used properly, onions can quietly nourish blood vessels, cleanse the circulatory system, strengthen immunity, and help prevent many chronic diseases. On the contrary, improper use may irritate the digestive system and worsen problems related to the stomach, blood pressure, and overall health. Why are onions considered a natural blood vessel cleanser? When cutting an onion, the pungent smell often brings tears to the eyes. Yet, the very compounds responsible for this pungency are a precious biological treasure. Quercetin, a powerful antioxidant. Onions are one of the richest natural sources of quercetin. On average, 100 grams of onion contain about 20 milligrams of quercetin, higher than many other vegetables. Quercetin is a flavonoid that can neutralize free radicals that damage cells, slow down the aging of blood vessels, increase the elasticity of vessel walls, help blood flow more smoothly. Thanks to these effects, quercetin helps reduce the risk of atherosclerosis, hypertension, and age-related cardiovascular diseases. Organic sulfur compounds, the bodyguards of the bloodstream. The organic sulfur compounds in onions are what cause eye irritation when cutting them. However, once inside the body, they provide multiple benefits. Inhibit platelet aggregation, help maintain blood in a physiologically thinner state, limit the formation of blood clots, reduce the risk of vascular blockage. When consumed regularly and in appropriate amounts, these compounds naturally support cardiovascular protection. Prostaglandin A-like substances, supporting stable blood pressure. Onions also contain compounds with effects similar to prostaglandin A, which help dilate blood vessels, stabilize blood pressure, improve peripheral circulation. This is why onions are often recommended for middle-aged and older adults, as well as people at high risk of cardiovascular disease, according to Dr. Win Van Min, a cardiovascular nutrition specialist. Onions are not a treatment drug, but when used correctly and regularly, they can help improve blood circulation, reduce chronic inflammation, and contribute to the prevention of cardiovascular disease. The key is not to overuse them and to use them for the right individuals. The perspective of traditional medicine on onions. In traditional medicine, onions are described as having a warm nature, a mildly sweet and pungent taste, an affinity with the lung and stomach meridians. Ancient texts record that onions have the effects of dispelling cold, promoting the flow of qi, resolving phlegm, regulating qi and blood. Therefore, onions are especially suitable for people who often feel cold in the abdomen, have poor blood and qi circulation, have a weakened constitution, are prone to colds, coughs, and phlegm. 5 proper ways to eat onions for whole body nourishment. 1. Onions pickled in vinegar, promoting blood circulation. The combination of onion, warm, pungent, vinegar, sour, blood activating, helps improve blood circulation and support the reduction of blood lipids. How to prepare. Slice onions thinly. Submerge them in apple cider vinegar. Add a little sugar and pepper. Let sit for 6 to 12 hours before use. Best eaten with main meals. 2. Lamb and onion soup, warming the spleen and stomach, nourishing qi and blood. Lamb nourishes kidney yang, while onions dispel cold and promote qi flow. This soup is especially suitable in cold seasons, for people who often feel cold in the abdomen, those with back pain or knee weakness, people with low immunity. 3. Onions soaked in honey, supporting better sleep. Onions mildly inhibit the central nervous system, while honey is rich in tryptophan, a precursor to melatonin. This combination helps make it easier to fall asleep, improve sleep depth, reduce nighttime restlessness, suitable for older adults and people who suffer from stress-related insomnia. 4. Onion and natto salad. Double insurance for blood vessels. Allicin from onions, nattokinase from natto. Together, these compounds help reduce atherosclerosis, support the breakdown of blood clots, improve blood circulation. This dish is highly valued in healthy dietary patterns in Japan. 5. Onion and chilled potato salad. Suitable for blood sugar control. Onions are rich in fiber and compounds that support blood sugar regulation. Chilled potatoes form resistant starch, which helps prolong satiety, reduce blood sugar spikes, lower overall calorie intake. Suitable for people on weight loss diets and patients with diabetes. Important notes when eating onions: avoid eating too many raw onions, especially on an empty stomach. More than 50 grams per day may cause stomach irritation, bloating, and acid reflux. Middle-aged and older adults should prioritize cooked onions. Be cautious when consuming onions together with blood pressure-lowering drugs or anticoagulants, as they may enhance the effects of these medications. When cooking, cut onions just before use and avoid leaving them exposed to air for too long. Refrigerating onions before cutting can help reduce nutrient loss. People with gastric ulcers, low blood pressure, gallstones, or onion allergies should limit or avoid consumption, if fiber supplementation is needed. Alternatives include pumpkin, carrots, or steamed sweet potatoes. Though simple and humble, onions, when properly understood and used, can become a quiet companion in caring for blood vessels, cardiovascular health, and overall well-being every day. Thank you, dear uncles, aunts, brothers, sisters, and friends, for following today's content. If you find the information helpful, don't forget to like the video, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to the Kwokesong Yai Everyday Life channel, where we share practical, down-to-earth knowledge about health, nutrition, and lifestyle, so that each day can be lighter, more reassuring, and more proactive for ourselves and those we care about.